Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the post-show video wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. My name is Lee Heisman, and my co-host today, Stone Stafford. Stone, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, an amazing guest, Joe Salome. Joe, so connected. Guys, I heard about Joe from many of my contacts, and he has not only exceeded the hype, right? I not only hit the hype, but you exceeded the hype. Thank you so much for coming out. Joe is the co-founder and the managing partner of the Georgia Hemp Company. So much to listen to. I recommend going back and listening to the audio show in its entirety. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube channel. And most importantly, hit that notification bell, because then you're going to find out when you get to hear amazing stories and when great entrepreneurs like Joe come on the show. So, Joe, thank you so much for coming on today. Tell us a little about the Georgia Hemp Company.
Thank you for having me, by the way. Appreciate it, guys. Joe Salome, the Georgia Hemp Company. Well, the Georgia Hemp Company was born out of just a need for people. We sell hemp-derived CBD and THC products. We have 4 locations here in the Atlanta area and online at thegeorgiahempcompany.com.
Awesome. You have a cornucopia of wellness stuff here, right?
Yes, sir.
This one right here now is a former athlete. This says CBD Relief Roll-On. What are your plans for this product right here?
So first off, CBD is a great anti-inflammatory and a relief product for athletes. So great pickup in first off. Second, this particular product is geared at our nonprofit partner, the Kyle Pease Foundation. 20% of the sales of this product goes back to their organization, and they support disabled athletes that want to participate in athletic events.
Awesome.
So this is an amazing partner that we really believe and partner with, and we developed this product with them in mind.
Beautiful.
Well, I do recommend go back to the first and second segment of our audio podcast, because you get to hear Joe's why of why he opened this organization. It's a lot more complex and a lot more fulfilling than you think, and I'm just going to tease that out there. But Joe, there's other products here. I'm holding a Citrus Bliss. You have other products, and you have events that are coming up. Can you talk about these products and where they're going to be?
Yeah, the Citrus Bliss is launching this week at the Atlanta Open down at the Atlantic Station ATP Tennis Tour. It's a CBD citrus blend, 25 milligrams to enjoy outside in the hot weather heat during Georgia summers.
I have one more question if I can ask.
Yeah.
I hear hemp and cannabis all the time. What's the difference for those that may not know?
You know, they're cousins. It's really the profile of the plant, how it looks. The leaf's going to look a little bit different, but the interior, the THC level in what we call cannabis is going to be much higher than what we consider a hemp plant. It's going to be a little bit lower in the hemp plant. So it's really the differentiated is the THC level, essentially.
Thanks for that.
So if you've been listening and watching the Shrimp Tank for goodness, the past 7 years and over 1,300 episodes, we talk a lot about a recipe of IQ for entrepreneurs, a recipe of EQ. It's intelligent quotient. EQ is emotional quotient. But the one ingredient we always talk about is AQ, and that's adversity quotient. Now, again, I always have been recommending so far, go back and listen to the show, but Joe's had a lot of adversity through his career here, and it's really an amazing story. Joe, some of the big hiccups that hit your career, you needed to reset. And for entrepreneurs out there that are being constantly punched in the gut, which if you're an entrepreneur, you are, your adversity quotient is something that I admire. What did you do at that one inflection point of your life where that one business shut down and you had to open up this one? You reset yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And to your point, it's hard, I think, to make that decision to reset. We're all so busy and we're also focused on the execution, that stopping and taking some time for ourselves was kind of the big thing. So I took some time for myself after a down point when we were changing situations, and I went up to the mountains for a little bit. I was part of a men's group. We did some meditation, some yoga, some gratitude grounding, did some Wim Hof breathing, ran barefoot down to the creek, but it was about resetting, regrounding, and then gratitude, I think, was the most important thing of kind of just bringing it back to the why. And who was around me in my trusted circle that I could rely on. So, that reset was very important for me to refocus and restructure.
Man, that is awesome. Man, I appreciate you. I love your spirit. I love the why behind this business. So how can people find you, follow you, and get in contact with you?
We are the Georgia Hemp Company on a lot of different platforms, or I'm Joe Salome, Salome. You can find me on LinkedIn, and Twitter, and Threads now, and everything else out there. I'm pretty public.
Well, Joe, we found you. Everybody knows you that I know already, and you're never getting rid of us. So you have a new friend in me.
Can I invite you to my 420 golf tournament next year?
100%.
yeah.
We'll be a sponsor.
Awesome.
No question about it.
Can I get a high five?
You know, I hate to end on that one, but I think we're going to. Listen, viewers out there, most importantly, and we're going to make this connection, one of our very first guests years ago, I want you to recommend going to Cloud9. You're going to see the YouTube. It's not a competitor. We're going to be partnering you with them. Ben and Sammy and Moore were my mentees when I was in at the Entrepreneurship Center when they graduated there. They've grown a Cloud9 business, very similar to this, to 50 locations. And the best part about it is hit their link. You're going to see that there were hundreds of thousands of views on their links. And we're going to make a new partnership with you and them soon. So you might be able to see some products in both stores and locations.
Awesome.
Guys, thank you so much for watching the post-show video wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.